This time on Whatever We Want, we talk about
the greatest Halloween movies of all time. We're going through a list of what the best Halloween movies are. Is Nightmare Before Christmas actually a Halloween movie? We get into all that and more. There are time codes down in the description.
A lot more.
If you like to jump around to different points in the episode, enjoy! Welcome back to Whatever We Want, where we review content across all mediums of media, movies, TV shows, video games, and beyond to give you the most interesting behind-the-scenes insight, storytelling techniques, all that jazz, and more.
We cover everything from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and sometimes we get festive, you know? So without further ado, let's jump right into it. That's actually pretty good.
Thank you. Pre-bada, peanut butter. Daniel, happy holidays, happy Halloween time, fall. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good.
Very orange.
Yes.
Yeah, for our audio podcast listeners, Daniel's video setup looks great.
It's
you got a goatee
right.
going on. I like the beard.
I do, but I was like, dude, I need to get a tan because I'm as pale as a ghost, you know? It's kind of fitting.
Hey. Yeah. So
But
I know
yeah.
it's like a little before Halloween, but I feel like you gotta like start talking about Halloween to get in the mood for it. Because if you wait till October 31st, then if anyone
That's
listens
like
to the podcast after October 31st, like it's like already Christmas time or Thanksgiving. I
Okay,
should
here's
say.
the thing. I was going to say, are you going to be...
No, I'm not Evan. I give Thanksgiving
say.
its due diligence. I've made a Thanksgiving song.
That's right. Yes, I forgot about that.
Which, if you guys want to hear, let us know. Before we get into the main segment, though, I did have one bit of news. So,
what?
you remember back when we, at the beginning of the year, did a podcast on the most anticipated movies of 2022? Spider-Verse 2 was on that, like, calendar. After we recorded that episode, I went through and put in my calendar, like, all the dates of the movies when they were going to come out. And before, like, Spider-Verse 2 got delayed, it was supposed to come out this past Friday.
Oh, really?
But yeah, so like it's just kind of sad that like we could have been talking about Spider-Verse 2 for this podcast, but alas, Sony. Honestly, I'm
but
okay
here's the
with
thing.
it.
As long as
Yeah.
they're taking their time with it and doing it right. That's
Exactly.
always our big thing, you know? There's so many things
Yeah.
nowadays where people try to rush it and it's just like it turns to shit. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, that's all I had for pre-banter. Ready to jump into the main segment.
Yeah, what are we talking about this week?
So, just like a bat, we're winging it with some spooky, scary Halloween movies. So basically, we're going to talk about the best Halloween movies that you should watch around
The stupid bat line got me.
Halloween time.
So depressed.
To shake things up immediately, my first question is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
You texted me that, and I know there's going to be people on both sides of this argument that are going to just be firing off, just saying,
What's your
like,
opinion, though?
How could you think that? It's whatever you want it to freaking be, okay?
It's
here's the
whatever
thing.
we want. Oh!
Oh! But no, seriously, it's a vibe either way, you know? I personally think it's more of a Halloween movie, but you can still watch it at Christmas time. It's
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's Christmas things happening, and this whole idea of them is trying to understand and get concepts from Christmas. So it's funny how that kind of works out, but at the same time, it's again, that sets it up perfectly to be whatever you want it to be. You know what I mean? It can go either
Yeah.
way.
It kind of, I always feel weird watching it. Like you say, and I feel like there's merit to that. Like it can be on both sides. Sometimes feel the opposite, where like I feel weird watching it at any time. Like it's not really a full Halloween movie. It's not really a full Christmas movie. Like I feel like if I'm gonna commit to like a movie for that time period, I'm gonna commit to one that like also commits to it. I don't know. I think I watched it. Maybe it was because last time I watched it, I have like a history with Nightmare Before Christmas. My sister like loved that movie, and so we would watch it just like at all times of the year, not even related to Halloween or Christmas. It would be like
4th of July.
yeah,
Oh,
4th of
yes.
July, like put on Kylie's holiday movie. Her excuse would probably be like, oh, well, you know, there's that like the tree room where there's all the holidays on there. So like technically
Yeah,
it's
true.
every holiday. But so I watched it a lot and I kind of got sick of it when I was younger, but I didn't watch it for a while. Then there was a girl I had a crush on, and she wanted to watch a movie, and it was Halloween, or right before Halloween, so I think we put on Nightmare Before Christmas. And like I hadn't seen it for a while. I don't think she had seen it for a while, and we were both like, this is like a weird movie, especially for like we're not really dating yet, kind of thing.
Wait, you're actually watching the movie?
We were. Well,
Oh.
also, that was another thing. Her roommate came in and like third wheeled. So we're just kind of sitting there awkwardly while we were all watching Nightmare Before Christmas. So like I have a whole whirlwind of emotions with this movie. It's a good movie. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a pretty unique spin. It's just
I will
crazy,
say
like the kind of
this.
cult following it's gotten.
It's not my favorite animated Halloween movie.
Really? What is? That's a good
Take a guess. I
segue.
want you to take a guess.
I don't know. Like, what other animated, like, is it like stop motion? Like Coraline or whatever?
No.
It's not stop
that's
motion.
that is up there though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I consider. I mean, Coraline's creepy.
It's just like animated kind of like creepiness, not necessarily Halloween.
It's not even. Well, no, my favorite. It is definitely Halloween.
Yeah, is yours the Charlie Brown pumpkin one?
Oh no, that's a good one too. These are classics.
That's made in 1966. Sorry, I also after we get through that, I like have a list of like the best Halloween movies, and I did not know that was made in 1966. That's crazy. Charlie Brown is like 50 years old.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking crazy. But I'll give you one more guess.
I don't even know what other animated
Charlie
Halloween
Brown
movies.
is older than that, just for people who are going to go crazy over that comment because of Peanuts. But
wait, some of these things on this list are ridiculous. I will guess Scooby-Doo.
no, actually, I grew up with Scooby-Doo here and there, but it wasn't really like my main.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Okay.
No, my favorite animated Halloween movie is Monster House.
Is that not 3D animated?
It is 3D animated.
Oh,
said,
but not stop motion. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that was an interesting one. I remember that was 2006.
Mm-hmm.
I like vividly remember those trailers coming out. I don't know why. I feel like I would have been almost too young to remember that, but I consciously remember like those, and I was like, that's a little creepy and weird. Like it didn't feel really like a kids movie, but also not really like an adult movie either. Like it was kind of like this weird in between
weird middle ground, but at the same time, it kind of made both audiences like it made it appropriate. So like if that's why it fits it so well, and at the same time with it being a 3D animation, I mean that was right up my alley. And I don't know, for me, it always just had that, especially for its time, it was really well done. So
okay,
yeah,
interesting.
One of my favorites. What about you? What's
my favorite Halloween movie? Yeah. That's the thing. I'm not like a huge horror guy, just in general. So I feel kind of weird talking about this because like I haven't seen a lot of like horror movies that you could also consider like Halloween movies. Like I haven't seen a lot of the old like classic Halloween movies. I feel like I should. If people have recommendations, please leave a comment. Like genuinely, I'm curious what I should kind of jump in with. Sorry, I'm looking through this list to see if anything jumps out to me, but like some of these are like not Halloween movies, but it's really funny.
Does Rap City Street Kids?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, because of Nightmare Before Christmas, I would just have to say is like up there because I just have that history, and it is like a decent movie.
I see.
It's definitely up there for me.
Okay, there's this like really crappy animated movie. I don't know if it's just one. It's a Christmas one. It's called Rap City Street Kids.
Oh, Casper.
Believe in. Oh, that's also a good one.
Casper the Friendly Ghost definitely's got to be up there for me.
Rap City Street Kids Believe in Santa, and it had like all these like amazing voice actors. Like it had Mark Hamill and like all these other people. Yeah. That were like
What's
in
it
there.
Called Rap City Street
Rap
Kids.
City Street Kids. Look it up. It has a 1.3 out of 10.
Oh my gosh, it's just on YouTube. Wait, Mark Hamill's in this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There's a lot of like big voice actors or actors.
Believe in Santa is a musical 2002 CGI Christmas special from Wolf Tracer Studios.
But I wanted to see if they had any like a Halloween one.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I don't know. I've never seen.
Dude, I'm an
this.
animation student, so I know about the weird ones.
It's crazy.
Okay?
Anyways, let's get back to Halloween.
Oh, they don't have Halloween one. Dang.
I'm gonna go through this list. That'd be really cool. We should make it, Daniel. We'll make the next one.
Honestly, dude, it wouldn't be hard to make.
Reach out Mark Hamill.
That's the hard part. Just connecting would be like, hey,
yeah.
Rap City Street Kids 2, Halloween Attacks.
So I'm gonna go through this like Halloween list and kind of discuss if we've seen them and also if these are actually Halloween movies, because some of these you could definitely argue that they're not Halloween movies. So let me the first one on the list is It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Mm-hmm. I think that is a Halloween movie.
That's a classic. That is a classic.
I've only seen parts of it, so
really,
yeah. Is it also all on YouTube?
Great Pumpkin.
I don't know, but there's also next on the list is Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah,
that's like the cult favorite musical, right?
Yeah, have you ever seen it?
No, dude, I haven't.
Really?
I've not seen a lot of these.
Okay,
no,
so here's the thing. It's pretty good. It's not my vibe.
Is it worth a watch or no?
Definitely yes. Just so you see it. You know me. It's not something I would probably honestly watch again out of my own taste. Like if it's playing somewhere or if somebody else wants to watch it, I'll be like, sure.
Is this the thing where like you go to it and it's like live, people perform it, or is that something else? Oh, okay.
Thing. But they do like the actual musical, or I guess cool. the theatrical version of it.
Actually, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And people go crazy during those, like crazy. Get crazy, get stupid.
Cool. Oh, next on this list, Hocus Pocus, which I think Hocus Pocus 2 just came out.
That sounds so...
That's like the one with the witches. If you look it up, you'll definitely know what it is.
Yeah, is that the one with Raven? And
what?
The girl that played Raven?
Know. The first Hocus Pocus came out in 1993, and they just had a sequel. That's a pretty long time for a sequel, but people are like hype about this. I was talking to my coworker about this, and she said that like she went to like this small town over the weekend, and like people were like asking her like, "Hey, have you seen the new Hocus Pocus?" Like that was the craze this weekend.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the one I was thinking. But yeah, sure. I haven't seen
All right, this next one, I might skip around a bunch, but this next one is definitely not a Halloween movie. I just think it's funny it's up here. It's Harry Potter is next on this list of the top 40 Halloween movies of all time.
How is it a Halloween movie?
Let me read the description. What it says: it's been argued that the Harry Potter films are all Christmas movies, as the festive season often features, but it's also safe to call them Halloween flicks. After all, the story's about witches and wizards. That's a fair point, actually.
No, it's not. Why are witches and wizards correlated with Halloween?
They definitely are.
No, I'm saying, well, witches are due to the witchcraft and the paganistic practices that were done at the time. Sure.
Hocus Pocus 2 X Harry Potter crossover. I think we're onto something gold. Plus the Rhapsody Kids. We're onto gold.
Okay, yeah, we're onto something there. But because Harry Potter is more of a developed world. I don't think that's specifically meant to be Halloween.
Oh, Scooby-Doo is on this list.
Yeah.
I like Scooby-Doo.
At least one, I think 2 or 3 Halloween movies,
Scooby-Doo and the Goal School. Yeah. Mean Girls? Is Mean Girls a Halloween?
I'm pretty sure there's also that one where it's just Shaggy. I don't know if this is Halloween one or not, but I feel like it was.
This is BS. Sorry, the next on this list is Mean Girls. That is not a Halloween movie.
There's a Halloween party in it, so yeah, it's a Halloween
that's
movie.
literally what they said. It says now. Mean Girls isn't exactly a horror movie, but it does feature one of the most iconic Halloween scenes in recent memory, earning it a prime spot on this list. No. No.
You were saying literally exactly what I was saying. It's like,
it says 40 plus classic Halloween movies. This is not a classic Halloween movie. Nightmare on Elm Street. That is a classic Halloween movie. That's a good one.
This is like hit or miss. I guess half the time they miss.
The Shining. That's a good one.
Yeah.
This one's called Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis. I have not seen that, but I feel like they keep making sequels to that. Every 2 years or 4 years, they're all back.
I don't think I've ever seen any of the Halloween movies, actually.
I haven't seen any of them. And every 4 years, they're like, everyone's back. I really am curious. We should talk in an episode about just I feel like people complain about it all the time, but there's just so many remakes. I want people to make original stuff. And eventually I want to know when the tipping point's going to be when the remakes are the adult audience just doesn't go to the movies or it doesn't pay off anymore. Because I feel Halloween came out in 1978. My mom was a young kid in 1978. I don't even know if she would have seen Halloween. I almost just outed my mom's age. I was I don't know if I want to do that to her. But I don't even know if this movie was for her. All the remakes were for her kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And what, that's
Chucky.
That's Michael Myers, right? Yeah. I had remember because I'm there's Michael Myers, there's Jason.
Is Ghostbusters a Halloween movie?
No, but I think it should be.
That's a good one. It's on the list.
Is it on the list? I say I know. I'm saying
this official list.
I don't know if it happens during Halloween when things are happening, but there's it's Ghostbusters, so I think it's appropriate to be a Halloween movie.
Speaking of ghosts, Casper is on the list.
Yeah,
I literally didn't even see him on the list. I actually really liked Casper, and it was cool. I think we were watching the ILM documentary or talking about visual effects or something a while ago, but in 1995, Casper was actually one of the first all CG, he was the main character that was all CG, 1995. I mean, luckily it could have been cartoony and transparent and kind of had some leeway because he was a ghost. But still, that's a very impressive accomplishment. So big up Casper.
My boy, represent.
Yeah. Do you think, I feel like they should do a Casper remake. I feel when's the last Casper movie that's been out?
I don't know. That's a good question. Is Casper owned by Disney?
2006 was Casper's Scare School. Dude, 2006 Casper looks a little weird. Maybe if we don't say anything, everyone listening don't say anything, maybe he'll go into the public domain and we could put him in Rhapsodies 2 or whatever.
I feel like we need to put him in as an antagonist somehow. This is old Casper. Not so friendly Casper.
I looked up which media company owns Casper. And then I forgot that Casper is a mattress company. And I just kept getting, I got a bunch of economic
Here's
information.
All these mattresses.
Yeah.
Just search up Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Oh yeah, he has the rest of the name. Wait, what the heck? I looked up Casper the Friendly Ghost IP and it said, what is Casper's real name? It's Casper McFadden. Is that real? I forgot about all this Casper lore. He has the 3 wicked uncles. Yo, I feel like Casper is definitely shooting towards the top of my list. I remember Casper a lot. That was fun. He first appeared in 1939, but you know what? He can be old because he's a ghost, so he doesn't age. I feel like Casper deserves a remake, and in all this age of remakes, I think Casper deserves one.
True.
How would you approach a Casper remake?
What do they even get into in Casper? What's the original story? I don't even remember.
It's a pleasant personable, and translucent ghost, but often criticized by his 3 wicked uncles, the ghostly trio.
Does it have to like prove himself to be a ghost?
He was featured in 55 theatrical cartoons.
Be like, yeah, I'm a real ghost. Like, I can do this and that and yada yada.
That's Pinocchio, I think.
I know, but no.
Maybe
but
he turns into a real boy. Maybe Pinocchio is possessed by Casper or something. Some weird like conspiracy theory we could make up.
Yeah, like Pinocchio gets turned into firewood.
Oh my gosh. Oh wait, the last appearance, Casper was in a Geico commercial in 2019.
Interesting.
Friends/supporting characters of Casper, Santa Claus. Wait, there's other friendly ghosts, Johnny and Bonnie. Dude, I don't. I'm gonna.
I remember those guys. Yeah.
Into the lore. We gotta keep going. Sorry about that, Casper. What else? Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas is on this list. Frankenweenie. That was another Tim Burton one.
I still haven't seen that one.
Style.
Actually, I need to watch it.
I don't think I have either. To Kill a Mockingbird. What?
There's a movie?
You've never? What? I think we watched the movie in school. I know I did at least, but I don't think that's a. It's oh my gosh, it's another. I don't think it's a Halloween movie. Again, it's one of its most pivotal scenes. Also centers around Halloween night with Scout stuck in a ham costume.
Yeah,
I do remember. We definitely watched. I watched this movie in school. I remember after we read it. I hated reading that book. A lot of crazy stuff there. I think we should also talk about the best Halloween episodes in TV shows.
Again, I was going to bring that up earlier with the Scooby-Doo. I remember this one. I forget what the animation was. It was Scooby-Doo technically, but it was just Shaggy and Scooby. And this was one time that Shaggy had like a red shirt. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, what?
Yeah, he had a red shirt on.
That just seems wrong.
I know, but he was like solving this mystery just by himself with Scoop. He found this like redneck chick that was like hot AF, and then her cousin Cletus was like,
dude, Shaggy Pools
brother was like, oh, you can't do that without going down there, city boy. And then Shaggy was like, don't make me use 1% of my power.
Oh my gosh. Was this a dream you had, or is this actually real?
This is an actual animation. I'm telling you. Hold on.
I'm going to move on to the 31, this next list I have pulled up, 31 best Halloween TV episodes of all time. So up here, we do have The Office episode. I feel like The Office always had good, like, holiday theme parties. I don't know. I felt like Michael Scott always had some funny costumes.
No, I totally agree with you. The Office had some really good costume episodes.
I think Friends had some pretty creative ones, too. Did you ever see the episode? Yeah. He like Ross comes in as like a potato with like a colander on his head, and he's like, I'm Sputnik. And I'm like, that's really funny. You had the same reaction that everyone else in the show had, except for like this nerd chick that was really hot that ended up like crushing on Ross. Yeah. So it's pretty funny. I like the costumes. They always have creative costumes in like Halloween episodes for shows. I do appreciate that. Danny Phantom, Fright Night.
Oh, honestly, yeah, we can even get into that Nickelodeon stuff, because you can talk about like the Timmy Turner, like Fairly Odd Parents, like Halloween specials. You can talk about like again Danny Phantom in general.
Yeah, it's a ghost.
Was there anything Jimmy Neutron that was Halloween?
I think there definitely was.
Dude, the SpongeBob Halloween special, I feel like it's forgotten about a lot of time, actually. The Flying Dutchman appears. I think it might have been Flying Dutchman's first appearance, actually.
Really? Nightmare in Retroville. There was a Jimmy Neutron one. Yeah.
I remember like a giant brain.
I remember that. Good time. I need to rewatch Jimmy Neutron.
I remember hearing stuff about like those rigs and like the characters and stuff for that. The rigs broke all the time. The show was a mess to work on because like nothing worked. For Jimmy Neutron.
Really? Why?
Because things were like breaking all the time. And it was terrible like, for the animators.
That was actually kind of crazy. It was 2002 and it was like 3D animated. You think like that was the issue?
Probably. I feel like we need to get more stuff like that. We haven't had any show that like Jimmy Neutron in a long time.
Like, what do you mean like it? Like
that has like that
animation
vibe.
Style or or the story?
Well, both.
What do you like about the story?
Well, the Jimmy Neutron aspects is just like you have this character that's kind of so smart, but then he uses his brains to also like create problems for himself. So something like that. But either way, with the 3D animation on top of that, you don't get like that cartoony style anymore. Unless you're talking about that stupid spin-off show that they had. I don't know.
Thomas the Tank Engine was 1984 when it started.
I feel like we're getting really off topic from Halloween.
Well, there's probably a Thomas the Tank Engine Halloween episode.
He's orange for one episode and runs over a kid.
Thomas and Friends UK Halloween full episodes.
Isn't there like horror Thomas thing coming up? Oh no, I'm thinking
Winnie the Pooh. You were thinking Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, because basically what happened was that Winnie the Pooh went out of copyright because it's been like so long since it was created. So like anyone can now make like Winnie the Pooh content or like movies without like breaking copyright. So someone is making like a horror version of it. What character would you want to like go out of copyright and see like a weird, wildly different version of that character?
That's a weird question. Honestly,
Thomas the Tank Engine. Honestly, mowing down kids.
I kind of want to say Danny Phantom because he kind of has a good mix between being like a superhero, but also can like do
he could be like it could be horrifying, like a just vicious ghost hunting show. That's like really good. Like has good lore.
Yeah, you could. I feel like it would be on like tangent with like Invincible, to where like it's be able to become like its own thing. You know?
Danny Phantom in the style of Invincible would actually be really cool. I think.
Right. That'd be dope.
There's just gore everywhere. Like the plasma goo and I don't know.
Dude, I could just him literally possessing somebody and then making them like explode. Like that would be like crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Going ghost. Oh, anything Batman also. Like I'm just thinking of like Halloween related stuff like Batman.
I thought you were saying anything like something you want a different version of.
I mean, Batman's already dark and gritty. Would the opposite of that be like happy and like My Little Pony Batman crossover?
I wouldn't want to do anything Marvel or DC or like really anything mainstream comics.
Yo, what the? Oh my gosh! Hold on. I need to remember what this was. Ooba. What are the things that went like ooba, booba? Look up booba. BOOHBAH.
Was it 3D or was it?
No, it was like these little toys. It's a children's television show. It was only one season, but it was like this kids TV series, and it was like these little like plush, like plump, furry, creepy alien things. That was like a kids
they had, like,
TV show.
Little like antenna things on their head, and they had the different colors, right?
No, there's no antenna on their head. They're like bald on their heads, but everywhere else is just furry, like a coat. But like, I imagine that as like it already was basically like horror, but like,
oh god.
Do you remember those? Imagine that, but horror. Have you ever seen that, or am I just insane?
Hold on. I'm watching a video on YouTube. The fucking audio when it starts up. Dude,
the audio is creepy.
This is James Cameron if he did a cartoon for kids.
Sorry, the audio, and I literally just got a shiver in my spine. Like who pitched this, and what studio executive was like, yes, like absolutely, this will make tons of money.
Also, all the imagery looks like tits. I'm just gonna say it with the booba like title.
Dude, this is ironic. Like a fever dream.
We should do a react video to where we're watching something at the same time.
Dude, this is a fever dream. I actually am turning it off because I will just get sucked into that. The booba is crazy. Okay.
No!
Okay, let's stop. Daniel, turn it off.
Jake, that's a portion of my childhood that I did not need to recall.
Yeah, so I think that's my most feared Halloween thing of the evening that we've
That's like
discussed.
a freaking Rick and Morty like horror thing. Like something like it's supposed to be all friendly and cute, like quote unquote cute, and just like really creepy and stupid, and it will try to kill you.
Yeah. What about Twilight?
Don't even get me started.
Is that horror? I've never seen Twilight.
No, it is not. It will never.
Have you seen Twilight?
Sadly,
there's werewolves and vampires.
It's Halloween-ish. It's
and
Halloween,
pale guys.
It's
Daniel,
Halloween
you could fit
themed. In. I'm not a vampire.
Are you sure? You don't go out in the sun.
Twinkle in the sunlight. We both said it. I watched it with an ex. I never want to see anything like that again.
Gotcha.
It's just a bunch of dudes with muscles doing. It's poorly written. It's really just soft. It's not even soft porn. It's just soft wannabe porn for teens. That's Halloween themed.
It's tween. It is Halloween themed, so it has to go on the list. We have to at least mention it. That's next week on the podcast, and we have to binge every single Twilight.
You're on your own then, buddy.
All right, you ready to jump into maybe? I think we talked enough about Halloween. If you guys have any recommendations, let us know down below. But you ready to jump into the next segment?
Yes. You like fried my mind with a booba thing.
I know. Let's give you a little bit of a quicker episode. We just didn't really have much for this week. Yeah, just with schedules and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys are still enjoying it and getting in the Halloween mood. I don't really have a TTTT this week. Do you have one?
I can do the Jimmy Neutron thing since that's on my mind.
Sure.
Did you know that Jimmy Neutron was apparently terrible to animate for?
No. What?
So apparently, you gotta keep in mind, the year's 2002. 3D animation is still relatively new. Yeah. Twinkle.
Hey, you're doing a poem here.
Wait, what'd I say?
Keep in mind, 2002, 3D animation is relatively new.
It's relatively new. Jimmy Neutron animators.
You have to do the rest of this
TTT
as
few.
a poem.
but the ones that they had thought the rigs were poo.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna lay down the beat. Boom, 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 boom.
Am I supposed to go with this again? Am I supposed to say it again?
Boom, boom, yeah, boom, boom, or do a different one. Boom, boom, boom.
A different one. I don't have another TTT.
Go, boom, boom.
Oh my god.
Boom, 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 boom.
Did you know that all the things in the sky are lights from eons away? Light travels in the vacuum. I don't freaking know.
Dude, all right. I looked this up actually just now, and apparently the idea for Jimmy Neutron was first created in the 1980s, which is crazy because like it came out in 2002. But like the creator wrote like a script for a short film titled "Runaway Rocket Boy," and it started a prototype character for Jimmy Neutron named Johnny.
He had a much bigger head back then.
Johnny Quasar. Johnny Quasar. Oh my gosh, he has a huge head.
I told you, he has a much bigger head. Did you know that Jimmy Neutron used to have an even bigger head?
Apparently, I'm looking this up now. This is wild. The creator of Jimmy Neutron like had the idea for it in the 80s, even though it didn't air till 2002. But it started out as this guy named Johnny Quasar, and he had a giant freaking head, like way bigger than Jimmy Neutron. Apparently Goddard looks pretty much the same in this.
Yeah, I was gonna say Goddard looked. I remember Goddard being pretty much the same. I think he might have been a little more blocky, but it's kind of weird to imagine because it's Goddard. But
the lost Jimmy Neutron pilot back from like the 80s. That's crazy. The dad kind of looks like Sheen almost.
I think so, yeah, and the mom.
I don't know. Anyways, that's wild. All right, ready to jump into the next segment, the draft, our new segment we started last week.
Yes.
All right, so this week we're going to draft picks. So once one person picks it, the other person can't, and we're doing Pixar films this time. So I'm going to start out.
Yep.
I'm going to start out hot with The Incredibles, baby.
I knew you were going to say
my favorite animated movie.
I'm okay with giving that to you, honestly. The Incredibles, really great movie, really great animation, especially for its time. Oh, there's also Bugs Life. Anything about that? Okay.
Bugs Life. I mean, yeah. If you want to put Bugs Life.
That's not my pick. Dang
it.
It's up there. I still haven't seen Luca. Actually, I think that's the one I have not seen.
You haven't seen Luca? That was alright. It's like, hey, we're Italian and we're fish people.
Oh damn! There's a lot of good ones here. I'm going to say Monsters Inc. because that has a special place in my heart. Honestly, if there's one I would watch first,
a good one.
It'd be Monsters Inc. Out of all the ones on this list,
it's a good one. And the animation they did with the hair simulation.
The hair simulation was amazing.
All right, well, that wasn't my number 2, so it's fine. I'm gonna stick with WALL-E next.
I knew you were gonna say that. No,
dude, WALL-E's good. Dude, I still have like that. Just the imagery of like him brushing his hand through like the star system is great.
I'm gonna say, Toy Story 2 for my next one.
No, that was my next one.
I knew it.
How come this? Why'd you choose the second one?
Because I don't know. Toy Story 2 to me is much more memorable. It also, I think it also might be because it's
and closer, the blooper reel at the end. Oh,
yeah,
really funny.
Dude, I love that. That's great. It's funny because it's like something you don't think about, but it's like it's just fun when the animators are able to make fun of certain aspects and they make it seem like it's like, oh yeah, that's how it's done.
Yeah,
it's just animation.
All right,
what's your next one?
So my number 3, I guess I'm gonna take Finding Nemo then.
I knew you were gonna say that, and again, I'm okay with giving that one up. Finding Nemo was okay.
Stop saying you know my list.
No, because it's like I get it. I understand why, but
You don't like Nemo?
Nemo was good. It wasn't really my...
Fish are friends, not food.
Again, like I'm thinking about the order in which I'd rewatch them. Nemo had amazing water simulations. Actually, did you know that the water simulations for Nemo were actually too realistic?
Yes, I told you that. And that's like our most popular TikTok.
Yeah, well,
that's our most popular TTGT. I told you that like a couple months ago.
Never mind then.
I thought you were making a joke, and then I saw you were serious.
Okay, so my next one is... I'm going to say A Bug's Life.
Wow,
that's from mine.
What do you think my next one is? I want to hear you.
No, I want to hear you say it.
No, I literally have it written down. So I already have it chosen. No, Cars is next for me.
Really?
I like Cars a lot. Like every time I often, for some reason, I reference Cars a lot on this podcast and have to like, yeah. And I have to, when I'm making TikToks, I have to find clips from it. And like, probably in the past few months, I've had to get clips from it like maybe 5 times. 3 out of the 5 times, I think I have like recorded that clip and then just kept watching the movie and just like watched till the end of the movie because I just enjoy watching the movie.
Again, Cars was never really my thing.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. My number 4.
I cannot believe you picked Toy Story 2. I am so upset.
Yeah, I know you're mad about that. Oh, Ratatouille.
Ratatouille?
Yeah.
That's good. Solid. I think I'm going to choose Toy Story 1 then.
Yeah.
I need at least a Toy Story, and honestly, it's a very close second to Toy Story 2 in my mind.
Yeah.
I think they all have like 100% Rotten Tomatoes except for Toy Story 4.
4.
Like original trilogy does.
How many more picks do we have? Is that it?
That was my last one. I think you have one more.
I'm not gonna do The Good Dinosaur because I haven't seen it.
It's
I'm not
also
gonna do
a bad movie, I've heard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do Inside Out.
Okay.
Not Brave.
I would have been okay with that.
Not Cars 2. Not Monsters University. Monsters
Dude, I'm
University
not here to
is
hear
good.
what you're not.
I'm
choosing.
cutting them. I'm excluding
Okay.
first. Okay. Coco is also up there, like visual wise, but
Coco is really good actually, and the music, and they actually in Coco they actually animated the fingers to be like actually strumming like what a real musician would have to strum, so like it's animated accurately to strum like a guitar, which is really cool and just like needlessly complicated, unnecessarily complicated.
I love older Pixar stuff. I feel like newer ones have not been.
Dude, I know
as
we
good.
also grew up on it, but yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
But I feel like I need a new one. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm stuck
you
between
don't.
Soul or Turning Red, actually.
Between Turning Red?
I like Turning Red.
Okay.
What?
I did not like Turning Red as much.
You didn't?
We talked about it. I thought it was like decent. It was alright.
I like the difference in animation style. It wasn't like dedicated like like normal Pixar-y stuff. They changed it up for it to be more cartoony, and they did take leaps from Sony with how they did some animations there.
So what are you choosing?
I'm
I've been
gonna
waiting.
say Soul. Soul.
You are. Soul's a really good just like story. I did really like it. All right. Cool. Ready to jump into the next segment?
Well, hold on. I think we gotta compare lists.
I've got The Incredibles, Wall-E, Nemo, Cars, and Toy Story. Dude,
And
you
I
snaked me with Toy Story 2. I'm so mad. I would take. I mean, honestly, it's my list, but like, I would take my list over your list any day of the week. Except I would want to see Toy Story 2.
No, I think I'm pretty good with my list, honestly. Like,
Dude,
it's like
but I have The
you pegged me
Incredibles
over
and
with
Wall-E. Wall-E
Yeah.
is like a clutch second round pick. I thought you were gonna go with that first. I was so happy you did it.
Well, yeah, but I was like, okay, I was like either if I go with Wall-E, right? I felt like you're going to go with Monsters Inc. Was Monsters
I
Inc.
probably would have.
Yeah. I
I
didn't
do
thought
like
it was
Monsters,
on your list
Inc.
at all. Oh man, Monsters Inc. for me was just a good time. Also, just the Monsters Inc. video game on PS1. That's
The Incredibles
a classic.
video game was pretty good too.
It was. I remember I always got stuck on the boss fight when he was fighting the orb like in the volcano.
Yeah, I loved the dash level, except I sometimes got stuck on that when you're like running around. All right,
Yeah,
we're jumping
next
to the
segment.
next segment. Patron shoutouts. Ready?
Yeah.
Cue the Epic Stars music. Boosh, we got Patron Lori, Frank, Rick, Lisa, Evan, Tony. Thank you so much for pledging the tier. Thank you to the shout out. If you like, just pour us over on Patreon. Link is down in the description. You get the audio episode early and a lot of other special benefits and cool perks. Thank you sincerely to our Patreon supporters. We really appreciate you. All right, ready to jump into the next segment. Cool comments.
What we got?
Well, we've been posting some shorts on our YouTube. It's a lot of the same like TikTok content, but just repurposed for YouTube Shorts. But just Abby commented, "Bro, your content is cool AF." So thank you, Abby. Really appreciate that. Yeah. And on our What If, we pitched Star Wars What If episodes, Moshi Mishawu, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing that, commented, "Wait, how is this so small? You guys are awesome." Thank you. Again, we say this all the time, but like, we're just happy to be doing it. It's not always about the numbers, but if it is about the numbers, you can help by subscribing and following on your favorite podcast platform, leaving a review. No, seriously, that does help a lot. But yeah, thank you.
Or just share with your friends, like we're just two friends that are talking this stuff. No, like seriously, we're just two friends talking.
No.
Right?
I just, oh my gosh, just like closed my tab and the boobah thing popped up in the next tab. This just scared me. Because like it's still auto playing the first video and it's just literally just like a spinning like color and it's like hypnotizing me. And I was like, what on earth?
Oh man, that's so funny. But no, seriously, we're just two guys talking about stuff. If you also like what we talk about, share with your friends,
Yo, we should do like a watch party, like a Halloween Jimmy Neutron watch party or something.
We should, honestly.
I'd
be down for that.
Live stream or something. I don't know. All right.
Do it through Zoom.
Ready for the introduction.
Yeah, tell me when.
When?
We just talked about whatever we want to talk about, and now we're done.
Thank you so much for listening. We seriously, really, genuinely, sincerely appreciate it. We will be back next time. See you then. Goodbye.
Bye.